Hey everyone, if you're using Claude AI every single day, you already know it's a total powerhouse. But honestly, there's a really good chance you're barely scratching the surface of what it can actually do. So, think of this explainer as your ultimate cheat sheet. We're talking a full-on masterclass in these specific, hidden tools and cheat codes that are going to completely optimize your workflow. We're skipping the basic stuff today. We're diving straight into the advanced strategies that save you time, save your tokens, and honestly, turn you into a massive power user.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and talk about the biggest pain point for all of us. Are you absolutely tired of hitting those dreaded usage limits right when you're deeply in the zone? You know the feeling. You're crushing a massive project, the ideas are flowing, and then boom, locked out of tokens. It just completely kills your momentum, right? Well, what if I told you there's a way to bypass that ceiling just by tweaking how Claude actually processes your prompts?
Seriously, you can literally cut your token usage by up to 75%. How? By using a super simple open source skill called Caveman. It's basically a foundational cheat code that forces Claude to drop all of that polite conversational fluff and just give you the raw, concise facts. If you're on a lower tier plan or you're just battling strict daily limits, turning on Caveman is an absolute game changer. It stretches your tokens so much further without dropping the actual quality of the work.
So, to build out your definitive cheat sheet today, we're going to level up through 5 specific stages. First, core efficiency secrets. Then, mastering workspace and memory. Next, automating your workflows, followed by advanced integrations, and finally, some essential token management rules. All right, let's jump straight into level 1, core efficiency secrets. These are your fast, foundational slash commands that'll instantly wipe out the friction in your daily workflow. Your very first essential cheat code is the /clear command. Just type this, and it instantly wipes the current session's history to totally reset the context. Now, why does this matter? Well, it's because of this sneaky thing called context bloat. Basically, every single time you send a new prompt, Claude pays a toll to reread the entire conversation history. So let's say you switch from outlining a dense database architecture to brainstorming a funny TikTok script. You definitely don't want Claude carrying over all that heavy, unrelated baggage. Clearing it out improves accuracy and, crucially, saves those precious tokens.
Okay, picture this. Claude is chugging along on a super complex, time-consuming coding task, and suddenly you realize you need the answer to a totally unrelated quick question. Instead of opening a brand new chat window and losing your whole workspace context, you just type /BTW. Literally, by the way, it's incredible. This is exactly how you multitask with AI. It lets you fire off side questions and get answers without ever interrupting the massive job running in the background.
Now, when you need some serious heavy lifting brain power, you'll want to use UltraThink. This forces Claude to totally ignore its default efficiency settings and spend max time and compute power analyzing your prompt. The interface even turns rainbow-colored, so you know it's really grinding. Also, if you want to step back and look at your own habits, type /insights. Claude runs a full audit of your last 30 days of chat history and actually hands you a customized HTML report highlighting exactly where your bottlenecks are and which tools you should be using more. It's like having a personal AI performance coach.
Moving right along to level 2, mastering workspace and memory. This is where we graduate from quick commands to actually building out your very own highly customized second brain.
So the real foundation of this second brain is using projects to create dedicated silos for the different areas of your business. And the absolute secret weapon here is caching. When you upload files to a project, they get cached. That means Claude doesn't have to read those same documents from scratch every single time you start a new chat. That saves a crazy amount of tokens. Plus, inside these silos, you can build skills. These are packaged, reusable workflows. Instead of typing out a massive prompt every single time you want to, say, structure a slide deck, you just package it as a skill and fire it off instantly with a simple /slides command. Easy.
The real magic making all of this automation hum is something called Claude MD. You can think of this as a permanent employee handbook. It's basically a dedicated markdown file that stores your highly specific project voice, tone, and goals. And because this file loads invisibly with every single message you send, Claude essentially behaves like a veteran employee who already knows exactly how you like things done. You completely eliminate that annoying wasted time of re-explaining your basic instructions every single session.
And you pair that handbook with Memory MD. This acts as your permanent, highly personalized memory index. You literally just tell Claude, hey, remember this? Maybe it's a weird client preference or a strict Tuesday posting schedule, and it saves that fact directly to the file for all future sessions. You never have to remind it again. You can even check up on what it knows about you just by asking, show me my Memory MD. Pretty wild, right?
All right, level 3,
automating your workflows. This is the stage where we officially put your AI on fully automated autopilot.
Getting good at automation means knowing exactly which tool to pull from your toolkit. You've got two main options here. First is the /loop command. This one is for fast, recurring local tasks. You can run it as frequently as every single minute, but the catch is your physical computer has to be turned on. Now on the flip side, you've got /schedule. This runs completely on Anthropic's remote cloud servers, meaning your computer can be totally shut down, it runs on intervals of an hour or more, so it's absolutely perfect for generating things like daily stand-ups or weekly reports while you're offline.
And you know what makes these scheduled tasks so incredible? Zero coding knowledge required. None. You manage the whole system using plain old English. You just tell Claude, run an end-of-day wrap-up and audit my work, and it handles the logic, generates the summary, and can even fire it off straight into external apps like Slack. Imagine just waking up, grabbing your coffee, and perfectly finished work is already sitting right there in your inbox. Now we're at level 4, advanced integrations. This takes Claude from being just a simple chat box and turns it into a totally dynamic, futuristic command center.
By using integration connectors, you're building a bridge between Claude's brain and the rest of your digital life. We are talking about seamless connections to Gmail to autonomously draft your emails, Google Calendar to wrangle your messy schedule, or Notion to instantly update huge databases. And when you tap into the Zapier connector, you are suddenly linking Claude's reasoning to over 9,000 different applications. 9,000! The scaling possibilities here are literally endless.
These integrations give you some serious functional superpowers. Take live artifacts. You can use these to generate dynamic, real-time mini-apps pinned right to your sidebar, like a constantly updating Stripe revenue tracker. Then there's browser use, which actually lets Claude browse websites, fill out forms, and scrape live data for you. But honestly, the craziest cheat code is computer use. This literally gives Claude local access to click through your desktop folders and seamlessly execute tasks across totally different apps right on your own machine. It feels like science fiction.
Finally, Level 5, Essential Token Management Rules. This is the metagame, folks, and the crucial wrap-up to this explainer.
Listen, if you only take away one single structural cheat code today, please make it this. Never, ever, just send a follow-up message to correct a mistake Claude made. When you do that, you're building this exponential chat history. Basically, you're paying for Claude to reread its own wrong answer over and over again. It's a huge waste. Instead, you need to edit your original prompt and hit regenerate. This completely overrides the previous exchange, saving you massive amounts of tokens over the lifespan of a project.
You also absolutely need to master the art of batching. Stop sending 3 separate prompts for 3 related tasks. Just cram them into one single request. For example, tell the AI to summarize a long text, list the main actionable points, and suggest an engaging headline all in one single go. Why? Because it maximizes the value of that one context load. Claude only has to read your attached files and the chat history once, instead of charging you that annoying reading tax 3 separate times. And here's our final rule. Always match the tool to the task by purposely selecting the most cost-effective model. Don't use a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Use Haiku for rapid, simple stuff like quick grammar checks. Rely on Sonnet as your daily, highly capable professional workhorse, and strictly reserve Opus, which is of course the most expensive and powerful model, for those heavy tasks that require deep, multi-step reasoning or complex coding. Nailing this hierarchy keeps your token spend incredibly lean.
Wow, okay. We've covered a massive arsenal of cheat codes today, from deploying Caveman and caching workspaces to literally automating your most tedious workflows while you sleep. You've now got the exact toolkit required to stop fighting those strict usage limits and start commanding AI like an absolute boss. So, taking a hard look at your own daily workflow, which of these AI superpowers are you going to deploy first?